Well, we're almost all about food this time. In fact, I've got a question for you. When is a cake not really a cake? Well, the answer might be when it's a Tennessee tea cake. Sort of a cross between candy and cake, and well, whatever it is, it's a recipe for success for the founder. And right now, Gretchen Bates has the tale behind the tea cake.
It's been said that good things come in small packages, and that's certainly true about an old Southern dessert, the Tennessee tea cake. Judging from the name, you might think the tea cake is simply a piece of cake served with tea, but think again.
Well, in actuality, Gretchen, it's hard to describe a tea cake. I've been asked many, many times about description. What I can tell you is what it's not. It's not a cake, it's not a candy, it's not a cookie. We call it a confection. And if you have 3 people tasting the tea cakes, you're going to get 3 different tastes out of the tea cakes. They taste things that aren't even in there, which is totally amazing to me.
Frances Barkley has been baking and selling tea cakes since the early 90s. But this sweet treat sprang from sour circumstances.
I was getting a divorce and thought, you know, I think I need to make some money. So this is what started me to get into the business. I've always had the vision of it working. And I've had to pawn diamond earrings to pay my bakers when I first got started. I'd always get them back right after Christmas. In fact, the pawnbroker would say, oh, it must be baking time again. So, you do what you have to do to make it work. And usually it works. The reason I started this business was because my friends and family wanted the tea cakes all the time. I thought, well, wait a minute, maybe I should start selling these.
And sell she did. Frances started with relatively small batches in a single style, but now turns out 90,000 tea cakes a week in a variety of flavors.
We have the original, and we have the key lime and the lemon, which in actuality has the taste of the lemon or the lime in the powdered sugar that's on top. Then we have the truffle tea cake, which is absolutely incredible also. It's got a chocolate that is absolutely incredible, made from Mexican cocoa in the middle of the tea cake.
And while it may be hard to define the taste of a tea cake, the ingredients are surprisingly basic.
Very basic. Flour, butter, sugar, eggs, and vanilla. You can't get any more basic than that.
Though Frances has been making tea cakes for over 17 years, the folklore surrounding the recipe dates back much earlier, before the Civil War. As legend has it, in the polite society of antebellum Tennessee, one young woman was renowned for both her beauty and her culinary ability. Though only 17, she had perfected recipes that had been in her family for generations. Tea cakes were one of her most sought-after specialties. The Civil War changed everything. Chronic food shortages meant crucial ingredients were rarely available, and the young lady packed away her recipes. Until her brother, a Confederate major, returned home with a certain young captain in tow. It was love at first sight. The captain's birthday arrived and the moonstruck belle longed to bake him a cake, but did not have enough ingredients. She decided to make a small batch of her tea cakes instead. The young lady sent a batch of her delicious tea cakes to the young captain. They must have made quite an impression because the captain returned and married her shortly thereafter. Today, over 100 years later, Frances Barkley follows the same recipe to make her Tennessee tea cakes. Frances, show us what are some of the things that you have here.
Well, we have a little bit of everything here. Right here we have our 2-packs. They're packaged 2 at a time. This happens to be the original flavor, but we have the other flavors in 2-packs also. Okay. This is our box of 4. This is actually our votive candle. That's soy and palm, all natural, but there's 2 votives in here, which is wonderful. Just put in a little votive cup. Okay. Then here we have our 1 dozen box, can be of all the flavors. This is our soy candle that is 100% soy with 2 wicks. That absolutely is incredible. Smells just like a tea cake. Makes you want to eat a tea cake.
Did you ever imagine 17 years ago when you started making these that you'd be selling in London and Australia and all over the world?
Well, it's really amazing. Actually, I didn't know exactly where I was going to be selling them, but I really envisioned it being a big company. I really did.
And you got a good product. So.
Thank you. It's really unique. Really, it's not, like I say, not the cake or candy or cookie. Just something really unique out there. And I can't say yet, but there are some other things in the works.
Well, you can bet that whatever Frances has in the works will suit the fans of her cakes to a T.